channel for the Rubik's Cube, also known as the 3x3 cube. If you have not solved the 2x2 cube yet, please go back and watch my other videos and become an expert on the 2x2 cube first. There are a lot of things that you need to know about this cube that will help you with this 3x3, which is more difficult. But if you've mastered the 2x2, it's going to make solving this cube so much easier. But today I'm going to go ahead and teach you guys a couple things without the guide, and then we're going to come back to the guide later. But for right now, I'm going to get you started on solving the 3x3 using what we call the DAISY method. Now, I'm a teacher and I have taught quite a few kids how to solve the cube, so I really do believe that this is probably the easiest method, and I have had success with it over the past many years of teaching this. So there are some things to know about the 3x3 cube. So first of all, the center is the color of this face. So like this is the white face because it has a white one in the center. If you look here, this is the green face, the orange face, the yellow face. What you will find is that the white face is always opposite the yellow face. So yellow is always bottom, white is always on top. So there are some things to know, and the guide does do a great job of explaining those things. So it talks about your centers, which I was just mentioning. Okay, the layers, you have your top layer, you've got this middle layer, okay, you've got your bottom layer. You have, let's see, the edges are going to be these kind of in the middle. So these are your edges. I apologize if I occasionally call these something that they're not supposed to be called, but these are your edges. And then you have your corners. So those are going to be each of your corners of your cube. Okay. So there's a lot of helpful information in your booklet, which again can be found online. It also talks about how to turn the cube. So if you look here, like the U means up, and there's also U prime with a little apostrophe here. Okay, so that means if you're making an upturn, you would move it to the right. And if you were making an U prime or up prime or invert, you're gonna go that way. Okay, so this really does help you a lot. So you might wanna start there and read through some information about the cube, how to turn it, things like that. So this is the first step where it says to create a daisy, and I'm gonna do this without the guide. Some of you that are more apt to reading instructions, you might want to start here and ignore this video. But I'm going to try to teach you how to do the daisy without the guide and just by intuition. So I apologize that my lighting looks a little bit poor. Hopefully I can correct that a little bit. But in order to do the daisy, what you need is you're actually going to look at the yellow face. So that means the one with the yellow in the center. And when I'm creating a daisy, you're imagining a daisy flower. So you have yellow in the middle, and then each of these edges are going to be white. Okay, that's our very first step. Now I actually already have one in place, so that's great. But I need to turn my other faces. So like if I'm trying to get a white piece here, I'll be turning this piece. If I'm trying to get a white piece here, I'm gonna be turning this piece. And same if I want a white piece up here in this edge, then I'm gonna be turning this. The issue is that, let's say if I'm looking at this one here and I wanna get a white one here, I'm turning this side. I don't have any white pieces, at least here. I have a corner, but that doesn't help me. I'm just looking at this daisy. Yellow here, white, 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 white. Okay, so this does not matter. Okay, so maybe I'll go to my other side and see if I have any white pieces over here. Okay, and notice that, look, I just found my first white piece that I didn't have in the beginning. So I have a yellow in the middle, and I've got two pieces of my daisy. Let's turn here and see if we happen to have any other whites here. If not, I will show you what we can do. Okay, so I didn't have any over here, and I didn't have any over here. So one thing we could do is we can move either of the bottom, like the very bottom layer, or maybe even both of my bottom layers, even just once, and then see if that helps, if I can move either of these sides to get another white one in place. So look, I just moved these two layers, and I already have one there. Okay, so I'm almost done with my daisy. I'm gonna look now at getting the white piece over here. So maybe when I move the other ones, it's possible that I could have, and I do not. I don't have the fourth white piece. So again, I can move my bottom layer, okay, or my middle layer and I can move it just once and see if I can pull anything up. Okay, I didn't get it that time. Maybe move it again. Okay, I don't have it there. So I actually happen to see my white piece that I needed is right over here because it's in the middle, it's on an edge. So What I can do, if I flip it over here on the bottom, notice that I'm turning it up and it's not coming up because it's actually on the wrong side. So I'm gonna push that back down, and I'm gonna see if I can pull this side with it on the bottom down, okay, toward me. And now it's kind of in the middle layer. Notice if I move that toward myself, like right here, because I could move this piece up if I turn this side. So I'm gonna pull this white piece over, okay, to where it's right here, and now I can pull it up. And there I officially have my daisy. So that is kind of your first goal in solving the 3x3, is to get the daisy. Yellow in the middle, okay, and these 4 white, okay, as my edges. I do not care about any of the corner colors at this time, but my next video will be what to do after you have the daisy.